You won't believe what just happened to Oga Obinna's empire. The shocking truth behind Pamela's dramatic exit has finally been revealed, and it's more explosive than anyone imagined. Stay tuned because what I'm about to tell you is going to leave you speechless. Very many people have been comparing Pamela Early and Demo Facebook, and in fact, the big debate now argues on the basis that Demo Facebook was employed by Oga Obinna because of the talent that she had and because of the huge potential that Oga Obinna was looking for. But in other words, Pamela Early was employed at the Oga Obinna studios only because she had some fame on the TikTok platform and not because of raw talent, and these are some of the things that fans are arguing about. Today we are diving deep into the famous controversial story that has been dominating both TikTok social media, Instagram, YouTube and the Facebook platforms for weeks now. And Oga Obinna hired Pamela on his show to play the role that Demo Facebook played in taking care of his guest. But what started as a promising collaboration has turned into a public nightmare that is threatening to destroy everything Oga Obinna has worked hard for. But before we get into the shocking details, make sure you smash that subscribe button because you're about to witness one of the most dramatic exposé in the Kenyan entertainment history. And trust me, you do not want to miss what might come next.
Sasa saa hizi Pamela venye umetoka kwa Obina, sasa tutakujua aje? Si tulikuwa tunapenda venye hiyo moment tunakuona kwa Obina umekaa hapo. At least tunasema msichana wetu anatuwakilisha. Saa hizi sasa sijui shetani mgani alikuingia, sasa umeharibu mahali penye unakulia unga. Hata mambo yenye tulikuwa hatujui tukajua. Yaani mambo yenye tulikuwa tumefichwa ndio hiyo imefichuliwa. Unajua msichana nyinyi hamjui, mimi nilikutana na Pamela. Pamela amepepa mtulinga. Amepepa mtulinga ni kama anahama. Msichana mrembo, msichana wa Ingo, mtoto kutoka Pondo. Sasa hizi juu msichana wenyewe amevutwa kazi, ataenda wapi? Ati ni baada tu ya unajua wasichana mnakuanga na udaku ati unajua sema hivi nini utrend. Kumbe sasa unaharibu mahali penye unakulia. Pamela, aki by the way tuombe Pamela. Aki Pamela sikujenge tu basi tukaenge tu na wewe. Unajua watu wa heartbreak. Ukuje tukae tu wote. Pamela tupige tu content kama kawaida, tupige tu comedy. Guys, kama mnajua Pamela penye yako mshe tu kweli akuja tupigenge comment na mimi kuna vinyali ni bamba tu.
Let's start from the beginning. For those who have been living under a rock, Pamela was brought in as Oga Obinna's new co-host after a highly publicized split with the beloved Demo Facebook. In Oga Obinna's interview with Teacher Wanjiku, the comedian had a low moment making fun of Pamela, who asked what she could offer her to drink. Even from the start, it was clear that Pamela wasn't getting the same reception as the predecessor, who was Demo Facebook. But here is where things get interesting. Sources close to the situation revealed that Oga Obinna's brand management and team had been expressing concerns about Pamela's conduct from day one. The pressure was mounting, the fans were comparing, and behind the scenes, it was absolute chaos for Pamela. Oga Obinna himself has revealed severally that Pamela has been battling with the online pressure and how to deal with the scrutiny that she was getting across social media. But that is not all. Wait until you see what happened next, because what I'm about to reveal to you about the TikTok live drama is going to shock you to your core. The evidence is damning and Oga Obinna's response, well, let's just say, held nothing back. Picture this, you're building your empire, your brand is everything to you, and suddenly your newest team member becomes a center of controversy that threatens to tear down everything you've built. That is exactly what Oga Obinna found himself facing when the TikTok drama exploded. However, rumors started on TikTok that Oga Obinna had fired Pamela after she was allegedly caught having a good time with one of his team members. Can you imagine the betrayal, the embarrassment, your own team member potentially crossing professional boundaries and dragging your brand through the mud? But here is what makes this story even more dramatic. Oga Obinna didn't just sit back and take it. He came out swinging with a public warning that has sent shockwaves throughout the entertainment industry. His message was clear: your actions reflect on my brand, and I won't tolerate any behavior that compromises what I've built. The man who gave Pamela a platform, who trusted her with his audience, who believed in her potential, was now forced to take a public stand. And let me tell you, when Oga Obinna speaks, the entire industry listens. Now, here is where the plot thickens. Multiple sources are now confirming that this wasn't just a simple warning. This was much bigger than that. Industry insiders are whispering about contract terminations, breach of professional conduct, and legal implications that could change everything. But it gets even more worse. The comparisons with Demo Facebook started flying in. The fans were brutal in their assessments. Demo Facebook could never became the rallying cry across social media platforms, and the pressure on Pamela has just become unbearable. Can you feel the tension? Can you imagine being in Pamela's shoes, watching your reputation crumble in real time? Watching thousands of people compare you unfavorably to your predecessor? The psychological pressure must have been intense. But hold on to your seats, because what happened next will leave you speechless. The shocking details about Pamela's contract and Obina's final decision are about to be revealed, and trust me, you are not ready for this bombshell. Now, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Well, a few months ago, Oga Obinna was spotted with a contract. His name and Demo Facebooks were written on the document, which he flaunted on camera. While Oga Obinna was dealing with Pamela's controversy, fans have been desperately campaigning for Demo Facebook's return. The timing couldn't have been much worse for Pamela, as her controversy exploded. In a video shared by YouTuber Trudy Kitui on YouTube Saturday, March 22 of 2025, Oga Obinna is seen at the stage in the hall of the Nairobi cinema where the event was happening. Before wowing fans with a surprise invite to the fast rising comedian, the hall broke into wild jubilation when Demo Facebook appeared with Oga Obinna at the public event. And talk about bad timing. While Pamela was drowning in controversy, her predecessor Demo Facebook is receiving a hero's welcome. The message from the fans was loud and clear: we want Demo Facebook back. But let's dive deeper into the real drama. Sources reveal that the TikTok live incident wasn't just a simple mistake. It was a pattern of behavior that had been concerning Obina's management team for weeks now. Professional boundaries were being crossed, brand images being compromised, and fans' reactions becoming increasingly negative. Imagine being Oga Obinna. In this situation, you are trying to build something legitimate, something very professional, and suddenly you're dealing with scandals, controversies, and public relations nightmares. The stress must have been unbelievable, and Pamela, sources close to her revealed that she was devastated by the public backlash. The girl who thought she was stepping into her dream job suddenly found herself at the center of a media storm that threatens to destroy her career before it even properly began. Now, here comes the shocking revelation that nobody saw coming. Multiple entertainment industry sources are now confirming that Pamela's contract situation was far more complex than anyone realized. Whispers in the industry suggest that there were specific clauses about public conduct, social media behavior, and brand representation that may have been violated. But here is the bombshell. Was Pamela actually fired, or did her contract naturally expire? Amid all this controversy, the timing is suspicious, and the industry insiders are divided on what really happened behind closed doors. While addressing their claims, Obina himself has been cryptic about the exact nature of Pamela's departure, but his public warning sent a clear message to anyone working with his brand: step out of line and you're out. The power dynamics at play here are fascinating. Here is a man who built his empire from nothing, who understands the value of brand reputation, and who is not afraid to make tough decisions when his livelihood is threatened. But the story gets even more dramatic, because what I'm about to reveal about fans' reactions and industry response will show you just how brutal the entertainment world can be. Are you ready to be the shocking truth? Let's talk about the fans' reactions, because they were savage. Social media exploded with comparisons that must have cut Pamela to her core. Demo Facebook was naturally funny. Pamela tries too hard. Bring back the queen, remove the wannabe. Oga Obinna made a mistake replacing perfection with mediocrity. The comments were relentless. Every video, every post, every appearance was met with demands for them or Facebook's return. Can you imagine the psychological impact going to work every day knowing that your audience doesn't want you there, knowing that you're constantly being compared to someone who seemed to have achieved legendary status in their minds? Obina rebranded his show after splitting with them on Facebook, removing old content to avoid comparisons and fans' demands. He replaced them on Facebook with Cartello, but even that wasn't enough to stop the comparisons when Pamela joined the team. The entertainment industry is brutal, and this situation proves it. One controversy, one misstep, one moment of poor judgment, and your entire career can be derailed. That's the reality Pamela was facing. But here is what makes this story truly heartbreaking. Behind all that drama, all that controversy, behind all the public warnings and contract disputes, we are talking about real people with real emotions and real consequences. Pamela went from being excited about her big break to watching her reputation crumble in real time. The girl who thought she was stepping into her dream job suddenly found herself the public enemy #1 among a fan base that wanted nothing more than to see her replaced. And Oga Obinna, the man caught between protecting his brand and dealing with the human cost of these decisions. Industry sources revealed that he was conflicted about the situation, knowing that his public warning will essentially end any chance of rehabilitation for Pamela's reputation. Let me know in the comment section below, and if this video opened your eyes to the behind-the-scenes drama of Kenyan entertainment, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe for more explosive content, and ring that notification bell, because trust me, this is just the beginning. The entertainment world is full of drama, controversy, and shocking revelations, and I'll be here to bring you every juicy detail. Until next time, keep watching, keep speculating, and remember, in the world of entertainment, nothing is ever as simple as it seems.